Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Well, today we've got a mess. I found this in a flower garden. It is a, as you can tell, maybe it's a Flying Farmer puller. And the cool thing about it is it's not broke. The plastic's all here. Hitch is here. It's rusted solid. So I'm going to try to get this plastic off and not break it. And get the wheels off, no problem. And get this thing tore apart and see if I can't bring her back to shape. I can't get these renewed, so I'm going to have to hopefully paint them. That's what I'm working on. I'm going to paint them. And I'm going to try to paint chrome. So we'll see how that turns out. But this thing has got the creeping crud in it. It's something fierce. I'm going to have to take a spot putty and really go over it. So anyway, let's get busy tearing it apart. Okay, the first thing we're going to try to do is get these wheels off. And again, Grummel is your friend. And these rims are shot. I'm going to put all new rims on it and stuff. So anyway, here we go. Go around the circle. Oh, there she goes. Wow. That's what's left of the paint, guys. Look at that. That's what's left of the paint. And this thing has been out, I don't know how many years. Outside. Look at that. Woo, that's a mess. That's a mess. Yeah. Okay. Got that one. Now the big thing is this axle's going to be stuck in there. So I'm going to have to really work hard on that. Let's get us a vice grip. Slipping on me. Come on. Oh boy. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Now I'll get it out of there. That's going to be the next thing. There. Yep, ain't gonna go, is it? Alrighty. how to really maneuver this thing around, so it's kind of hard to keep it in camera. Okay. Oh my God. The shit that's falling out of this thing. Okay. Gotta do this off camera so I got extra pull. Wow. Okay. Okay. I got it tore apart. That was a beast. I don't know whether you can see that or not. See how rusted that axle is? That was on the inside of the tractor. And that I had to get through that little hole. So yeah, that was the tough part. This steering wheel's got to go. It's got broke. So let's continue dismantling. I got to take this out here. Oh, oh, thing's broke. Okay, got to do a new one. Okay. Let's try something different. I got new ones of them. I got new ones. That shit sucks. God damn it. I swore I had some of them. Huh. Same thing. Yeah, that's the same thing. What needs to be is painted silver. We can do that. I can paint that silver if I find another one. Great. Not though. Okay, yeah, these front rims, I'm not going to be able to use them. I've got some new tires that'll work just fine. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I got into that awful bad. Awful bad. Damn it all, anyway. Yep, that come out. Okay, that one come off. Now I gotta get this. Oh, oop. I go smaller than that. Okay, that's not turning. Uh-oh. That's not good. Nope. Oh, man. That son of a gun is frozen there. Okay. Okay, take that off of there. There we go. We got her out there. I don't know. See what this looks like once it's got a, what you call it on it. You know what? That'll work. I just paint them up. Yep. I'll paint them up silver and they'll be just fine. I gotta get this out of here. Okay. Let's see here. That'll work. That'll work. Ow. Ooh, that's hot. That piece is hot. Dummy. Oh my God. Really? Wow. Okay. I got it moving in there. There it goes. There it goes. Cool. See, I used a old wheel with a hole in it and pushed that right out. That's a rivet. That's pretty rusty. All right, this thing's a wreck. It is a wreck. Okay, now I still got to get the body apart. Now then, we got to do some drilling here. So let's see if I can't get them drilled out. Hang on. Okay. I tell you, I am not a photographer. Oh my God, I forgot to punch the button again. I get so engrossed in what I'm doing that I forget to do stuff. Anyway, this just wraps around. Get these rivets out of here. Anyway. They are really in there. Metal rivets steel rivets and pot metal. Let's call it. And when it's in a disaster area, yeah, that's what you get. There's your. I grab hold of them out here. There we go. All right. Anyway, this thing wraps around the tractor, and these go up underneath little slots right here. A little slot right there. That's what goes up in there. This side's got one in it too. That's what makes this body unique to that. So, all right, off to the feed blaster to see what we can do with this. I don't know. She's a wreck. Okay. Okay, I got some tape on these wheels, and see if we can't cut that out so I can paint them. I'll clean this thing up a little bit, and we'll paint it. Paint chrome, you paint black first, and then you paint chrome over the black once that dries. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to cut this out, and I'm not going to film that. It's just cutting the tape along the edge here like this. Best thing to do is just take it, push it down with the old thumbnail around there. It gives you this, like a place to follow. I just cut that out like that. Right around in a circle. You probably can't see what I'm doing. Oh, come on. There we go. That ain't too bad. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. I can always take a little flat back black paint and touch up the tire. Anyway. Right around the circle. Oh, come on. Knife could be a little sharper. There we go. Okay, that's ready. I'm not going to worry about the inside. I'll paint that silver. I got silver somewhere here. So, yep, chrome silver right here. And that'll be easy to paint. There. I just squirt like that and be done. Okay. Clean this thing up. A little water. Paper towel. Okay, got me a little handy dandy nylon brush on there. Off any dirt on it, off of it. Okay, now take a little water to it, wipe it off real good. Now, like I said, this isn't going to be a true restoration, simply because I don't want it to be. True restoration is to be totally chrome. And I personally do not know anybody who does that. I know in the model car hobby world, there's people that chrome plastic. I have no idea where they get it at or who it is. Anyway, this is what we're doing. That little piece out there. Alright. Well, I'll get them painted up black and bring back. Okay, got them painted. You've seen me paint stuff before, so yep. Now we gotta let that sit and dry before we can do the chrome. Okay. Alright. Back to this project here. Alright, what did I do with the old one? Hey, come in. I tell you, I'd lose my butt if it wasn't connected. Well, there. Well, that ain't it. What? There it is. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. We're back. This is pretty. This has been bead blasted, and it turned out not too bad. Creeping crud did blow a hole in that, and that's not too bad. Like I said, I'm gonna put a light coat of like icing on it or spot putty and smooth it out. Anyhow, the steering shaft for this is I bead blasted it, and the yeah, the little metal piece here that's spot welded on there just rusted away. It's gone. So much for that. So what I done is I tore apart a 544 that I had laying around, and I scavenged out this. Now it's a little different, but not too bad. This is a little lower, but I think I can work with it. It fits in there okay, and then I got a piece of brass. This is the steering shaft, and it's junk. This is a steering shaft 544, but it's too short, so I have to make one. So you just set this up where it's supposed to go in there and measure it out, and I think I gotta cut a little bit of that off. So alright. My handy dandy separators here. Okay. This in there like that, put that in there like that. May still be too long, I don't know. Oop, can I get that in there? Push that up just. Yeah, get this little one running. That to hang in there. Just a tad long yet. And, well, not really. Oops. Get up in there. Yeah, it sets in an indent there, and then in there. And you just put that over it, like so. That should stay in there. What do you do? Yeah, push it in, it don't work all that great, but you back it out, it works fine. Push it in, it gets stuck, but I shorten it anymore and then it ain't gonna work. See these? I showed on this one, that's so darn rusted, it's terrible. These have got little squish marks on there that keep that indent that's in here. Yeah, so you can see what I'm doing. Indent's in here. This sits in that indent, and then them squish marks doesn't let that move out of that indent. That keeps this. Well, the brass rod doesn't have that. And again, this is just a shelf toy, so who cares? Alrighty, so that'll work. So the next project now is filling in all the crusty critter gaps on this thing. So that's what we'll do next. Okay, I put a piece of tape in here where that hole is at to back up that hole, and then I put spot putty on it, and now we're going to do some sanding. See if we can't get this sanded down. Okay, okay. I recently bought me a handy dandy little sander that comes with different heads and all kinds of sanding, different, sanding pads, different grits and shapes, and it's got different shaped heads on it. And it was surprisingly cheap. I mean, it was like I don't know, it was under 20 bucks, I think. It was 19 something, I think. Anyway, on the Jungle Store. And that's worked out pretty good because it's got triangle shaped heads and stuff like that. You can get into stuff, so that was pretty cool. So anyway, let's do a little sand in here. Oh, and it's got 3 speeds to it. Okay, kind of like a lazy man's way of doing it, but it ain't turning out too bad. I think one thing is not a wide enough surface. Maybe I should didn't dry in that hole. Right, did it? Not really. Okay, I got that spot putty in there, and I mixed up a little bit of JB Weld, stick in that hole too, just kind of reinforce it a little bit. So gotta let that set and dry, and I guess we gotta sort out what size rivets I gotta have, so I'll do that. And this got to dry for, I don't know, a couple, 3 hours anyway. Got that good and set up so I can sand it good again. So, alrighty. Bring it back. Okay. I pretty much got it where I wanted it at. It's not perfect, but it's not going to be. It just isn't. So, anyway, what I've taken, I've put all the stuff that's supposed to go on the inside, and I got my 1/8 inch rod for my steering shaft, and what I've done is got it put together, and I wrapped some tape around it to hold it together while I get the rivets in it. So now I got some rivets. Yeah, found what rivets I wanted. So now all I gotta do is put it together, and I don't have an easy way of doing this because my shop just didn't set up that way. But anyway, what I'm going to do the right one for the right place here. Oh, for crying out loud. I don't know whether this is the right one or not. Nope, that's not the right one. I think that's for the This is the one that goes in there. There it is. Okay, now, when I'm by myself, you gotta hold everything together. So I put that there. And what I've got, I don't know whether you can see it through all the mess I've got here, but I've got a vise, I've got a piece of metal sticking up, and what I do is I put that round stock against the head of the rivet to hold it. Then I have a punch that I got off Dakota Toys, and it flares out the other side of the rivet. Either tubular rivets, and see, and then that just goes right in there like that. Mash it down and flattens it out. So that's what we're going to do. And like I said, it's kind of hard to show you what I'm doing here, so bear with me. I'll show you the aftermath. Okay, there's that second rivet in the back side. I like to try to put all the rivets in the same way, so the rest of these will go this way. This one up here gets covered with a decal, so it doesn't make any difference. The hole on this side was awful wallered out, you know, from rot. So I used the head of the rivet to kind of cover the hole better. This side was good. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep them going this way. Okay? All right. All right, there's that one in. One last one back here in the back. Oops, oh my. Nope. And there's the last one in there. Alrighty, we can take the tape off. Tools back. Okay, we're ready for primer. Yeah, this one I'm going to prime. Put a nice coat of primer down on it. You can't take some of the nastiness out of it. So, alrighty, off to the primer. Okay, as you can see, I've got her primed. It's the next day actually, and I got it primed up, and we're going to put some color on it now. So I'll bring you back when I do that. Okay, here goes. This is the base coat for the candy. At least I hope it is anyway. Let's put it that way. just very inconvenient. Really, really hard to get this. Okay, well, I had some technical difficulties, as you can see. I don't know what happened. I go to turn the camera off, or yeah, shut the camera off after I get done painting, and it says file is corrupted, something, and the whole thing of the painting is gone. I can't find it. It's not there. Anyhow, and yeah, that's frustrating. Anyway, the paint is it's got, I primered it. I think I showed the primering there, and then it's really kind of hard to film my booth, but anyway, got primer, and then it has a nice coat of chrome silver on it as a base. And then I used a candy red enamel, and then I give it a light coat of candy purple, or violet it's called. And that's how I got the, because they had a bit of a purplish hue to them anyway, some of them did. And I just thought it turned out pretty nice. Of course, then I just chrome painted on this. And then new wheels, new rubber. It's got the original front tires. I don't know. I could have changed them to something else, but they turned out pretty nice, I think, all in all. The back end is, I got the chrome rims from Dakota, same way with the rubber tires. Got a 3/16 rod. I just measured out however wide need to make it. Got push caps that you can pick up at your hardware store. And the steering wheel, I replaced it with a black plastic one, which looks pretty nice. Anyway, works like it's supposed to. And but yeah, I apologize for not being a good enough, I don't know, electronic person to figure out what the hell went on. But anyway, it's what happened. Got the most of it anyhow. The painting I done with an airbrush, other than the primer. Primer was just Rust-Oleum primer, and that's that. I'm done, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was informal. If not, well, you're not going to get this, what, 40 minutes back or whatever it was. Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you had fun. Hope you learned a little something. If not, maybe I did. So, all right. Till next time. Well, friends, as always, thanks for watching. Hope it wasn't too boring. If you have made it this far, I ask that you kindly subscribe, hit the like button, and share this video. It helps to grow the channel. Thanks again, and until next time, later, Gator.